We never chased a retirement number. You know the kind I mean. That one big number people believe they need before life can begin, before they can retire. We never lived that way. And I know that may sound unusual, because for a lot of people, the conversation always seems to circle back to a number. How much do you need? How much do you have? How much more until you can finally breathe? How much more until you can finally retire? It's become so normal. Most people never stop to question it. They just assume that's how it works. Over the years, we've heard it everywhere. When I hit this amount, once we get there, a few more years and we should be okay. And maybe those words sound practical, but underneath them is something deeper. Your life is postponed. Peace is postponed. Freedom is postponed. It's all waiting on a number. That just never was the point for us, because a number can't tell us how much is enough for our lives. And a number can't tell you how much is enough for your life. It doesn't know what brings you peace. It doesn't know what you truly need. It doesn't know what you'd gladly let go of. So instead of chasing some distant target, we paid attention to the life right in front of us. What mattered? What didn't? What was worth carrying? What wasn't? And something interesting happens when you stop chasing numbers. You start seeing choices. You start seeing what you value. You notice that freedom isn't only found in more money. Sometimes it's found in needing less. Sometimes it's found in changing your pace. Sometimes it's found in refusing to keep living by someone else's formula. That kind of freedom doesn't wait for permission. Here's what we have come to believe. Enough is personal. No article, expert, or chart can define enough for you. Only you can know that. Retirement is not a one-size-fits-all project. More is not always the answer. Sometimes more money solves things. Yes, we can't deny that. However, sometimes simpler living solves more. Only you can decide that as well. A number can become a cage or a prison. If you believe life starts only when you reach it, you may stay trapped for longer than necessary. So no, we never chased a retirement number. We chose to pay attention instead to our life, to our values, to what freedom could look like now, not someday. And maybe that's worth asking yourself. What if the number was never the real goal at all? If this way of thinking feels different, if it sounds interesting to you, if you've ever thought of it this way, you may enjoy the next conversation as well.